I mean, obviously I think it's fascinating. I think it's totally fascinating, because, and I endeavor to understand how the Holy Spirit really works in our lives, I think it's fascinating to, like, from the point of view that I don't actually know his secrets, right? I don't actually know his secrets, right? But, I mean, I know what led up to, like, the way I was feeling, but it's like, if my theory holds true, right, about how the truth manifests, even if if it's like the truth of like what my perception should be, right? Like, even if you can't like plop the true story in front of me in a way that's totally believable and provable reality, it's like, God will change our perception of people to fit the way we should feel. It's like something that reverberates in me very deeply is like, I stay where spirit sticks me. It's like, whether what's going on in my head is true or not, it's like it is framing my point of view towards somebody in a way, and I just, and that's where it comes down to like not judging and not condemning and still doing unto others. And it's like I'm still held responsible, intricately for what actions I put out into the world, right? The energies that I put out into the world. But as far as like my frame of mind of people, I just go with it. I don't try to fight it. I don't try to, I take people at their face value, okay? I take people at their face value also, okay? So, with all those things considered, the fact that I would have rather, like, run him over than put his ring on, my God was definitely making sure that I knew to just run away from him at all costs. And then, the fact that, like, at the one point that he and Troy were trying to, like, drag me into the back of an SUV and a cop drove by so that I could flag him down, like, those are the things that are meaningful to me, that, the universe knew what was going on, and the universe affected its own plan to get me out of there alive, potentially, or at least, make a very resounding statement that other forces had to came into play to make sure that I made it, home okay. You know what I'm saying? So like, obviously he did a chain of things that got me to that, like, in physical actions towards me, like, there was a chain of events that got me to that point of view. But it's like, the point is like, those chains of action events against me probably wouldn't have happened if my God didn't already decide that I needed to hate him. So that's how the truth manifested.